And what do you understand, Mr. Policeman, to be the essence of the Rastafarian belief?
I think they believe Haile Selassie was a prophet.
And would you agree that the Rasta is a man of peace?
That's the claim, I believe.
It is not a claim. It is. Their basic philosophy is peace and love. Are you aware these same Rastas try to intervene to stop the troubles in Brixton?
Not specifically, no.
You don't know much about the Rastafarians, do you, Mr. Policeman?
Well, there aren't many in Holborn.
Aren't many in Holborn? But it is your duty to understand these things. There aren't many people with dreadlocks and smoking ganja. Yes, it's no secret where I live in Porter Spa. I don't smoke drugs. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I don't have lots, but I'm a total committed Rasta. You better believe it. This is no laughing matter, officer. I suggest you treat this man, this organization, with contempt because you don't understand these things. You have made up your mind already. He was a common secret book. Now, officer, at the beginning of your interrogation, page 2, near the bottom, Mr. McLean said, of course, you know it was Theodoros' library at Magdala that first was raided by your government in 1868. Now, what did you understand to mean by Theodoros and Magdala? What did these things mean to you?
I did not understand them at that point. Quite honestly, my knowledge of history is sparse.
Can I help you? You see, I suggest that the history of the people has been taken away from them. And he felt it should be given back so they can learn about their own history. In a nutshell, is what you think of that.
I'm not interpreting. You asked me what I was thinking at that time, and I can't remember what I was.
Isn't it true, officer, that my client seemed to you to be boasting about the number of clues he had left behind for you to catch him?
That's how I read the situation, yes.
And he deliberately left a trail so he could be arrested and tell the world that the British have property which belonged to his people.
He never explained so fully. He told me that he'd been tasked to find the books and that he discovered them and that it was his duty to recover them.
Yes, and I suggest he told you at no time at all he felt as though he was stealing anything.
Well, he would not agree with the word stolen.
And I suggest that he felt he had a right to these books. These books which have been brutally stolen by your British Army from Magdala and its people.
I'm not really qualified to judge.
Mr. Bryan, we all know what terrible things the British have done. You cannot ask this officer to arbitrate upon ancient events.
I was only asking his opinion.
Yes, Mr. Bryan, but you must allow him to tell you that he doesn't have one. Now, will you please continue with your cross-examination? Otherwise, we'll be here all year.
Your Honor, it is not my intention to waste 1 iota of the court's time. But I have been instructed to put this case, and I must follow instructions, however painful it may be.
Please continue, Mr. Bryan.
Officer, do you agree with me that a people who have a past to look up to is a better equipped people than a people that has no past?
I'm not qualified to answer that.
Thank you. You see, upon the tape, when you was questioning the youngster, your voice was as bright as the morning star. Now with me sometime, I have to hook my ears to hear you. Why, you like a lamb now? Have you lost your speech?
No.
Well, then open your mouth then. Very well. Let's move on. I'm not putting you under any pressure, am I?
No.
I'm not being rude to you, am I?
No.
Thank you very much. Because I would hate to be rude to you. I want to be courteous to you as I've always been to everybody. No. At the end of the interview, you asked him if there was anything else that he wanted to say. And this is what he said. And you tell me if this is the mind of a common criminal. We can say, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stand in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is the law of Haile Selassie I, which is the Petanagas. We can only give praise to the Emperor, His Imperial Majesty, and do all that he wills us to do without fear of any form.